Welcome back, everybody. So, coverage that we've got for you in terms of what's happening just down the road here. This is in Coronationville. This is in Westbury. These are scenes that we can show you that are coming live. This is in Coronationville for now, and it's outside the Rahima Musa clinic. And our reporter is out there. It's Lopang Alamo. Let's try and cross to her. Just to get an understanding of what some of the community members are saying. I know when we last heard Lopang, they were instructing and telling the police to leave, that they don't want them there. But perhaps you can just fill us in. What is going on?
Leanne, a very good morning out to our viewers at home. The chants you're hearing here today are with regards to an alleged assault and manhandling of one of the protesters yesterday. You'd hear them chanting that a certain police officer should not be here at the moment. They're accusing him of being aggressive towards them and not following a proper procedure. We're going to try and speak to someone to actually just explain to us who this particular police officer is and what they claim he actually did. And we also do understand that most of the roads are still blocked. There is no way in or out of Westbury at this point, so motorists are warned to actually not come anywhere close to where this protest is happening. We're going to try and find out what is currently happening at the moment and speak to one of the people here. Hello, Papa Hukandat. What is going on? And hello, Papa Hukandat, who's Klassen and why should he go?
Sorry?
Who's Klassen? Who's this police officer?
That one there, that's Winnie.
What happened? What happened?
He shot the 81-year-old yesterday, that one.
So he was aggressive and he shot at an 81-year-old?
And armed men. 81 years old. If it was your grandfather, it will be fair, it will be right. So he needs to go. Or he must come forward man to man. We put us in a circle and we see who can stand for it. Simple.
Leanne,
He's most sterk, man. Let's see.
One of the residents here claiming that that particular police officer who's actually leaving, we're not certain. We're going to try and speak to Colonel Mavela Masondo. We understand he is here, and try and find out the actual problem that happened here. Here he is, Masondo, and let's just try to get a listen in.
As leaders. Wil ons sien is nie hoe ons is. Ons doen alles vir ons mense. We are not here as activists representing as the activists. We're not activists. Melissa is not an activist. I'm not an activist in the sense where we are the people leading this protest. Everybody here is leading the protest. Every single person that's here is in protest. Melissa and I is part of a protest, but we are not the leaders of this protest.
Can I just make it very clear to you guys, as we see this community here, this community is all affected. We are all affected by this. I am, apart from being the provincial chairperson of Izula Bantu Forum, which deals with governance litigation and basically being the voice to the voiceless, I am a resident in this community. This entire community started this protest because they are all collectively upset and they are collectively frustrated. But to really get the police to come out and persecute us and yet still laugh in our faces after 81-year-olds, 77-year-olds, basically our elderly has been shot at, even our children, 5-year-olds, 7-year-olds, I mean elderly has been shot within their yards. So what are they basically saying to us? We are animals. And then we first find Colonel or whatever is a Captain Klassen from Pops Police still laughing at the community, saying to them that he will shoot them. He reiterated that he will shoot them. The community was standing with their arms up yesterday and he still came and he started shooting at them and still gave order to his other police force to say shoot at them. So what is he basically implying? That we are animals that need to be shot at? So I want to make it very clear. This is a collective effort. This is a community that is very upset, a community that is crying for water, a basic need. We are asking this police to please be allocated to Ebony Park, where they are also protesting, and we haven't seen one police officer there. We haven't seen one van here there as well. We have only seen Kwela sleeping over in our community. If we can have that every single night, we will be very pleased, but not on innocent residents that is really just simply crying out for water. You can see we have a lot of elderly here, and all we really need is water. We don't need promises, we don't need bullets, and we don't need persecution.
Thank you so much. Colonel Masondo, How are you? Can we just talk about some of the claims that are made here by the residents that they were the elderly and the children who were shot at yesterday?
Yes, those allegations, we take them very serious. We just spoke to the residents a few minutes ago to say if they feel that there's any wrongdoing from the police, they are at liberty to open a case. They can open a case, and that case will be investigated by the IP. So for us, we are here to make sure that there's order. There are no criminals that take advantage of the situation. There are no criminals that see an opportunity out of this. So, but we told the residents that no, if then somebody commit crime, we will act as the police, and we want to make sure that they don't infringe with the rights of other people who are innocent. Remember, we've got a hospital here, we've got ambulance that are in and out of hospital. So we want to make sure that people can access the hospital. We want to make sure that people who are not part of the protest, their rights are not violated. So for now, we've deployed our members from public order policing. They are around here. Later, the provincial commissioner might come here around. We are also trying to get the authority from Johannesburg Water to come and talk to the community. But as for now, as the police, we are here to maintain peace and order.
Thank you so much. Colonel Mavela Masondo from the South African Police Service, who is just explaining some of the allegations made against the police during this particular protest, where residents claim that a 77-year-old and an 81-year-old elderly human beings were shot at as they were not part of the protest. They were in the yards. And we also did hear them say a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old were shot at during yesterday's protests. Now this morning the protests continue. However, the police say they would just really ask that the protesters not block all the roads leading up to the Rahima Musa Hospital to ensure that those who need emergency health care and those who have come for their regular checkups can access the healthcare facility. You'd notice that all the roads are blocked. This is quite a long stretch of road from the other side, and most of these entrances have been blockaded by burning tires, by rocks, and just people warning any motorists to make their way back and turn to wherever it is that they're going, but not to come to this particular part of the area. Now we're going to have to find out if a representative from Johannesburg Water will be making their way to try and address the community, because that is the crux of the issue of this particular protest, where these residents are protesting for water. It's alleged they have not had water for 3 weeks or so, and that is their concern at this point. However, as one would know, that protests do tend to get out of hand, and at this point no major injuries have been reported this morning since our arrival. And you'd also notice that most community members are actually out and just trying to find out if they can continue. They said they tried engaging the police to ensure that they protest in a manner that does not infringe on the rights of other people, but the police saying that they just here to maintain peace and order. And that is what we're seeing at this point. There is a motorist who's currently being let in, not sure at this point who or what he is, but we do understand that they've been letting residents move in and out of the area. However, if you are not a resident, you will not be able to go through. Leanne, that's what we have for you at this point. We'll take it back to you in studio as we try to get more details, specifically surrounding the people who are expected to come here this afternoon, including the Provincial Commissioner of Gauteng, as well as a representative from Johannesburg Water.